Now, have you been following the Gunna and Young Thug case?
Yeah.
Now, what are the updates currently? Because I know that Gunna bond got denied, but then I heard during his bond hearing that the prosecutor said he's being investigated right now by...
You had a YouTube title that said that a BBW brought him cocaine and lean in prison or something like that.
Yeah.
He characterized her as a BBW. That was definitely a moment where I looked at my YouTube subscriptions just like, oh, Flacco.
She was a BBW. Have you seen her? Yeah.
I don't condone
No.
Flacco should really
Big,
look in the
beautiful
mirror
woman.
and think about himself.
Yeah. Look at
All right, a big, beautiful woman brought Gunna some... No, sorry. She got found with weed and whatever, and the prosecutors are trying to say she brought it in for Gunna. So do you know like how that went down?
I mean, I would say this. If I was a prosecutor or a judge or a member of the juror, I would find that entertaining, but it's irrelevant. This is a RICO charge, all right? If people are freaking smuggling weed or some other drugs into jail for known drug users, whatever, man, I don't know. I don't care. What I care about is the RICO indictment and the fact that Gunna, to my knowledge, has been held for over 65 days based on allegations that, one, he was in a vehicle that was followed by another vehicle. His vehicle had nothing illegal in it, but the rear vehicle had illegal guns, and they're all in a gang based on, I don't know. And so strike one. What? That incident that I just described, Adam, you know what they charged Gunna with for that? They charged him eventually with like some misdemeanor. You know what it was pled out to? He paid like $190 on an illegal window tint for his car. And that incident is now one of the predicate acts in a RICO conspiracy charge against him where he's been denied bond because he's too much of a threat to society.
Yeah, like even like with the Gunna case, even like when you read the indictment, like they got a lot of things on, let's say, Young Thug or accusations on Young Thug. With the Gunna thing, we don't really see a lot of like the crimes they're tying Gunna to, unless they're saying like Gunna, is just like a member of like YSL. So how do you see?
But they just dropped his official Crip affiliation, like
Shady Park Crips,
right? And they also said that
2 homicides.
Yeah, he's associated with. I don't know exactly how he's associated with them, but
but like that's like another investigation they currently have going on.
So that's not part of this current RICO case.
No, right? So why do you think? Like, okay, so how do you see this RICO case with the YSL playing out for Gunna?
I don't know how it's going to play out.
Yeah.
You can't know how it's going to play out.
Because by the time he gets his day in court, you're going to know so much more information about all this, right?
You can't know how it's going to play out. You just can't. What I'll tell you, my big problem with that case. So we have this concept in America of innocent until proven guilty. Right? I'm innocent until you prove me guilty.
Right.
Now, in certain circumstances, you might have proof that I am a threat or that I'm not going to come back to court. And so in America, we have agreed that everybody is innocent until proven guilty, and we're not going to lock them up unless the government can show that they're not going to come back to court or they're a threat to society, a danger to the community. Maybe they're going to go kill a witness. Gunna's been locked up for 65 days. Show me a page, a word, an ounce of proof that this man is not going to return to court, that this man is a threat to the community. What you've heard is, he's threatening witnesses. Which witnesses? Or tell us that you have a sworn statement from an individual that says, Sergio Kitchens told me I'm dead if I testify against him in this case. You don't have to give me the name. Tell me you have that sworn by somebody.
Right.
They have not. They have not. They have said in vague representations by attorneys to the judge that there is a threat to witnesses, that people have told us that they are scared of Mr. Jeffrey Williams and people are scared of Mr. Kitchens. Is that a threat to somebody being a witness? If somebody tells you, I'm scared of this guy, I don't want to talk about this guy. Shit, I'm scared of people. I don't want to talk about people.
Right.
Yeah.
They're intimidating me from testifying against them at trial based on that.
Right.
So my problem with the Gunna thing, man, is just like, are we sure that we're not like holding these guys because prosecutors can't always win cases without informants? And so what prosecutors really want, every single Fed will tell you this, I don't know what the number is, but the overwhelming majority of cases are built on informants. That's the only way they win.
Right.
All right. And so are prosecutors just kind of trampling on people's constitutional rights so that it's a little easier for them to get informants? Is that what's happening? Is that what we're doing in Atlanta?
But is there, like, for them, it kind of feels like it's a situation where they get a lot of potential leverage by keeping them locked up, and there doesn't seem like there's almost any potential penalty that they could pay for keeping them locked up. Is there any way that they could get any kind of reprisal for doing that unfairly? No.
No. By and large, prosecutors have prosecutorial discretion, prosecutorial immunity. In the course of performing your job, it is hard to make the right decisions all the time. And so we say if a prosecutor makes a boo-boo and charges you with some shit and maybe he shouldn't have, by and large, he's got absolutely, you're not going to be able to really sue that prosecutor.
Right. Like my, rest in peace, Draco the Ruler, but I mean, he spent 3 years of his life behind bars just waiting for a trial that never even took place. They can't, well, he beat it. They decided to recharge him. He sits in jail for another year. And then by the time he gets a trial, they decided to just drop it. And it's like he lost all these years of his life for nothing. Hey, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe. We just hit 200K. We're trying to get to 300K.
Turn us up.
Appreciate y'all.
Let's go.